call her bae. He said, I ain't gonna lie, you might have to talk to me more because I don't believe you. Oh, me and her used to talk. I actually linked with him like a week ago. He hung up on her and he said he was going to call Pennywise. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's thatonegirlkenn, aka Kennedy, and today I got 5 little story time. I got a little story time. A special guest here, just so she can remind me of what happened a little bit and keep me on track. Say hi to one of my big booty friends, Savannah.
Hey y'all.
Shout yourself out.
I'm on the vlog, y'all know what it is. Make sure y'all follow me on all platforms.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna let her gather herself. But today's story time, I'm holding it like it's a vlog. I just still have to set my camera up. But today's story time is about how I got played. Let me set y'all up. We're back with the granny sheets again. This is gonna be my new little sit down setup until I get back home. This is bothering me because this is oversized. I am never ordering this from Shein like again. So basically, this is a story time about how I got played. Alright, so I got some notes just to keep me on track. So if you see me looking down, that's what that is. So without further ado, let's get into this because, yo, this is crazy. Like, I really got played. Like, goddamn. Sorry. Okay, so boom. I'm gonna give y'all a little backstory, like how I met dude. Y'all can understand, okay? Before I even met dude, okay, let me get dude a name. I decided to give him the name Slenderman. If you're watching this, I said what I said. Yeah, so that's the dude that played me. His name is Slenderman. But his friend's name is gonna be, I think I want to do horror characters. His friend is gonna be Pennywise, okay? I started talking, well, not really talking. I was doing a get back for this girl that was my best friend at the time. She asked me to do a get back for her because he played in her face. So I did the same thing. I got back. Y'all, do not be doing what I be doing, okay? Don't go and play in people's faces for fun. I was, quote unquote, talking to Pennywise for not even a full month. I'm not gonna lie, it was like 3 weeks, not even. Okay, they have like this friend group, this little trio. It's 3 of them. There's Slenderman, Pennywise, and the other one, he's cool people. And Chucky's the 3rd one. That's their other friend. He's not really relevant in this story. The whole little trio, the whole little friend group follow me on Instagram. And only because like the city I live in Raleigh, North Carolina. City is like small, but it's like big, but it's like small. Because everybody knows everybody. They followed me first and then I followed them back because I never gave a fan, okay? Everything was cool. Like, we just used to talk, slide up each other's stories, ha, he. After I cut off or whatever. Oh, I said the name. After I cut Pennywise off, it was like a month, not even a month later. It was like weeks later. Slenderman started like flirting. Like he has a flirty personality naturally. Like me too. You know, I had to double it. No, I was flirting back with Slenderman. Like everything was cool. And he, mind you, he's a good looking dude. He was more my type than Pennywise was. So I was like, okay, cool. And he know how to put it on. Like this and the 3rd. We started talking officially around like what? Spring break. It was April. I don't know the exact date, but it was April. And I'm gonna go back and look at my phone. When I first met Slenderman, he was just so sweet. Basically, I got love bomb. If you think about it, I got love bomb. I'm gonna get you this, that, and the 3rd. He's just so pretty. Call me babe. Just all everything in the book. Like, you know me. Like, I just followed for it. Like, just like, oh my gosh. Like, that's my sting. Like, that's my man for real. Like. My man, I was my manning. No, I shouldn't have been my manning, but it's okay because I learned from my mistakes. At this point, we've been talking for like not even that long, like a week and a half. I'm on my way back from spring break. I was driving in the car. Mind you, my dad was driving me back to North Carolina because he lives in Atlanta. So he was driving me back to North Carolina. I always had the aux in the car and I was on the phone with him. Like my phone was connected to aux. And so Slenderman, on the ride back home, he was on the phone with me and my father. Like I let him talk to my father, eat my father, joke and laugh with my father. And one thing I don't do is I don't play about dudes meeting my parents at all. I'm glad I ain't introduced him to my mother, because if I introduce you to my mother and you mess up, oh yeah, you gonna have to die. I'm not gonna lie, because my mama do not play that. But at all, Savannah knows, at all. My dad was driving me back. He was talking, kikiing, laughing, cracking jokes, like just vibing. My dad was like, oh, you seem like a real cool dude. I'm like, yeah. So that night when I get back home, I texted him. I was like, oh yeah, I just got back home. I'm gonna call you when I'm out the shower. And he was like, okay, cool, whatever. And I got out the shower. I was like, okay, can I call you? He was like, I'm finna get in the shower now. So I'm like, bro. Okay, so while he was in the shower, I was on my friend Somi. I'm gonna name drop Somi because I love Somi. Like, Somi is my girl for real. I was going through my timeline and I seen Somi's close friends. If you know, you know, because Somi's close friends just be you never know what you see in there. And I seen her post a screenshot of this girl and she did a loyalty test for this other girl's boyfriend. And I was like, that gave me the idea. I knew the girl. I didn't know her, like for real, but like we've talked before, we have conversation before. Look at the girl name. Okay, so the name I came up with is Streetcar. Don't ask why, I really don't know. It's the first word that came to my head. Somi told me, she's like, she gave me the green light. She was like, yeah, you should do it. I was like, okay, cool, bet. So I texted Streetcar and I was like, hey boo, like I'm gonna put a screenshot on the screen. She was like, hey, what's up? I was like, could you put this dude on a loyalty test for me? She's like LMAO, yeah, cool. So boom, I ended up sending her Slenderman's profile and she was like, wait. When she said wait, when I tell you my heart dropped to like the soles of my feet, bro. I was like, yo, like what's up? And she was like, oh, me and her used to talk. I actually linked with him like a week ago. What you mean you linked with him a week ago? I was just confused. I wasn't confused. I wrote it off. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, cause we just started talking on Thursday. I think that's what I said in the messages. I think I was lying though, cause I didn't want her to think, you know. So I was just like, okay, so he linked with her. Okay, cool. Bro, I didn't even know he knew the girl. I didn't even know they knew each other. But Somi had warned me because she was like, well, Streetcar knows a lot of dudes. Configure what you configure. I was like, can you text him? She's like, yeah. And so she texted him. And he texted back immediately. So I was like, okay. Like, I wasn't tripping. I was tripping, but I wasn't tripping. Give me a second. I need a drink break. This Walmart lemonade is literally the best. It's so good. I'm not gonna lie. So she texted him. She was like, I'm gonna flirt with him. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, it's a loyalty test. I'm not really tripping. Like, and I came to her asking for a loyalty test. And not like she texted me like, oh, can I put him? So I was like, I wasn't tripping. I'm like, okay, cool. So she texted him. She's like, I missed you. And at first he wasn't going for it. Like, stop lying. Why are you lying? Like, put it on something. This and the third. Like, I don't believe you. Why are you texting my phone like you tweaking? At first I'm like, okay, he going strong, like, oh yeah, that's my man. And then he put me wrong real bad. Yeah, I'm like keep pushing. So she kept pushing. Okay, so I found a screenshot. He said, I ain't gonna lie, you might have to talk to me more because I don't believe you. What you mean you don't have to talk to me more? What you mean you don't have to talk to me more? She don't gotta talk to nothing. You have me to talk to. You want to talk to somebody, you can talk to me. So I'm like, okay. And she said, bro, can you just tell me if you miss me or not? I'm not trying to sit here and think you miss me when you don't. He said, I'm not saying anything until I believe you. He said, oh my mom, I'm being serious. I made her cross her fingers. He said, I'm going to talk to you when I get out the shower. So that whole time, I'm thinking he told me he was in the shower the whole time. He texting Streetcar. Streetcar's best friend was in a group FaceTime with Pennywise, Slenderman, and her. It was texting behind the scenes for me. And her best friend texted her saying, I just asked Slenderman, did he talk to somebody? He said that's fed. And we all know what that means. Like, that's a yeah. Like, you talking to somebody. At least he acknowledged that he was talking to somebody. Basically, he was just going back and forth texting me and the girl. He stopped texting her eventually. He FaceTimed her. So, we was thinking on our feet. She was like, oh, join his Google Meet so you can hear what he said. I'm like, okay, bet I'm going to mute, da-da-da. She's on the phone with him. I'm on her computer on Google Meet listening. Like, we just so smart. I'm listening to the conversation. You know, she was doing her thing. She was doing her job. I'm like, okay, period, girl. All of a sudden, he was like, oh yeah, like I cut the girl off for you. You better not be playing. Mind you, he never cut me off. So I'm just sitting here, I'm like, I tell you, when my jaw dropped, my mouth was on the floor. At this point, I'm like, okay, let me play it cool. Like, yeah, I don't even mean nothing. He said it was talking yada yada yada. What you doing? I da da da. I missed you. Da da da. And he called her bae.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't remember the part at all. I'm sorry.
And that was the part that really just sent me, bro. When I heard that, it was instant tears. Mind you, I never cry over dudes, bro. But that's how you know, like, I really like the dude, because I never cry over dudes, because I'm real P. I heard that, like, that just triggered me. I don't know. I called him. I was like, hold on, I'm gonna leave the Google Meet, and I called him just to see what he gonna say to her. So I called him. He hung up on her. He said he was going to call Pennywise. So this, he think we slow. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You know, I'm just acting like everything normal. I took the shakiness out of my voice, and I'm like, hey, like, what you doing? He's like, nothing. And he's like, and he had texted me. He's like, Ken, I gotta talk to you. Actually, we had got off the phone because he said the same thing, that he was gonna go talk to Pennywise. The whole time he got him back on the phone with Streetcar. He said, Ken, I gotta talk to you. I was like, what's up? And so he had called me, and on a FaceTime call, he was like, or an Instagram call, I don't know what I want to do, da-da-da-da. Because he was just borderline explaining the situation, but he left out a lot of stuff. So he's just telling me, like, I don't know what I want to do. Like, he asked me, am I serious about him? This, that, and the third. And I was like, yeah, like, you know I'm serious about you. And so he was like, okay, cool. I'm finna go talk to Pennywise and Chucky real quick. I said, okay, cool. And I think that time he actually did want to go get on the phone with Pennywise and Chucky. And then he just goes and calls Streetcar. Oh, no. The second time. That was the second time. He got on the phone with Streetcar and was calling her bae. Talking about, I miss you. That was the second time. I apologize. The first time, I don't know. She was just trying to get the I miss you out of him. And he did say, I miss you. And then the second time, he said, I miss you and bae. Streetcar was like, you sure you weren't talking to anybody? He was like, if I was, like, I cut her off, like, da-da-da. And so that's when I texted him. I said, man, you're weird. I really trust you. I was curving dudes for you. I let you talk to my dad, like this, that, and the third. He was trying to flip it on me. Or act like I was stupid. Talking about something. Hold on. You knew what was up, though. I told you what was up. What you mean you he ain't tell me Nathaniel's. So I'm just sitting here, I'm like, what you mean? We was going back and forth, and he was like, well, you talked to, basically you trying to blame everything because I used to talk to Pennywise. He was like, well, I can't be a L man's like talking to Pennywise. They was telling me like, no, you can't do that because I had made a promise with him. And I was like, I will never talk to any of your old talking stations, and he'll do the same for me, and this, that, and the third. And so I'm just saying, like, I had unfollowed him, he unfollowed me too, or whatever. Like, I was mad, like, I was crying, like, it was so odd. T-minus 2 days later, I'm in Spanish class, and I get a text from the girl that was my best friend at the time. And she sends me a screenshot of Slenderman's spam close friends that he added her to. And basically, I'm going to put the screenshot on the screen. But he was like, Ken, come home, I miss you. So I sent him the screen. I texted him. I was like, what's up with you, bro? And I sent him the screenshot because he acted like he didn't know what he was talking about. He's like, I can't speak my feelings. And I'm just like, bro, like, at this point, I was fed up because I'm like, you acting like this is a joke. You acting like, you literally playing with my feelings with a game. Was hardy hard. Made him apologize. And me personally, I feel like I shouldn't have made him apologize. He should have apologized right off the bat if he really was sorry. But that was just a mistake I had made. To this day, me and him are cool. If you're watching this, I just had to tell the story. It was just too bad for me not to tell.
Moral of the story?
Moral of the story, DTN. And don't put nobody on a loyalty test if you don't want to eat for 3 days. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all next video. I love y'all so much. And I hope you have a great rest of y'all day. Before y'all go though, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because what is you doing? You just watched this whole video to the dead end and you're not gonna like, comment, and subscribe? Savannah, do you have any parting words?
I'm just here to be here. But follow me though, like I said in the beginning. Follow me at Exclusive Style. Ken, you better link that, put it somewhere, because I promise you, I will speak you too.
I'm about to go edit this actually right now, and I'll see y'all later.